Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the After Class English podcast. I'm Emma, and I'm really glad you're joining us today.
And I'm Philip. Emma always starts with the perfect amount of enthusiasm. I feel like I should match your energy, but it's too early in the morning for me.
It is early, but don't worry, we'll wake you up with a good lesson today. We have a fun, practical topic, something almost every learner needs at some point.
Yes, a real everyday situation, taking a taxi to the airport. It sounds simple, but many people freeze when they actually need to say something in English.
But today, we'll make it easy, natural, and stress-free. Just listen, relax, and follow the conversation with us.
All right, let's jump in.
Before we start, let's explain what we're doing. In this conversation, I'll play the passenger, the person who needs a taxi to the airport.
And I'll be the taxi driver. We'll keep everything slow and very clear, so you can hear each phrase easily.
All right, here we go. Bang.
Good morning. Where would you like to go?
Good morning. I need to go to the airport, please.
Of course. Which terminal are you flying from?
Terminal 2. And I'm a little late today.
No worries. I'll take the fastest route. Would you like help with your luggage?
Yes, please. Thank you. How long will the ride take?
Around 20 minutes. Traffic looks good this morning.
That sounds perfect.
You're welcome. Just relax. We'll be there soon.
And that was our slow version. Simple, calm, and really easy to follow.
Exactly. It may feel basic, but this is the English people actually use when they travel.
Let's go through the conversation slowly and highlight the most useful phrases. These are expressions you can use in any English-speaking country.
Yes, and the first one is very simple, but very powerful. I need to go to the airport. Short, clear, direct, and completely natural.
Exactly. Learners sometimes try to make this sentence longer or add unnecessary details, but English likes simplicity. This one sentence is enough to start the whole interaction.
The next important question is, which terminal are you flying from? Taxi drivers ask this all the time, especially in bigger cities.
And if you don't know your terminal, don't worry. You can simply say, "I'm not sure. Could you check, please?" This is polite and completely normal.
Then we have, I'm a little late today. This is a wonderful phrase because it softens the situation. You're telling the truth, but in a calm, friendly way.
Yes, English speakers often use small words like a little, a bit, maybe, or probably to make the sentence sound lighter. It keeps conversations polite and comfortable.
Another useful question is, how long will the ride take? You can use this in taxis, trains, buses, anywhere really.
And finally, the driver's answer. Around 20 minutes? English speakers often use words like around, about, maybe, or should be when talking about time.
Yes, because life is not exact. We don't know if it will be 20 minutes or 23, so we keep it flexible.
So remember, simple phrases, soft tones, and short sentences, that's what makes your English easy and natural. Now, let's look at some expressions you can use not only in taxis, but in many travel situations. Airports, hotels, trains, anywhere.
Yes, and the first one is very practical. Could you help me with my luggage, please? Taxi drivers hear this every day, and it always sounds polite.
Notice how soft the sentence is. Starting with could you already makes you sound friendly and respectful. Adding please makes it even nicer.
Another useful one is, could you take the fastest route? Perfect when you're worried about time or when the airport is far away.
Exactly. And it sounds a lot better than
Go fast. We don't usually speak that directly in everyday English.
Right. Here's another good question. Is it possible to pay by card? In many cities, card payment is normal, but not everywhere. So this question is always helpful.
Yes, and you can also say, do you accept card payments? Same meaning, just a different style.
And of course, could you drop me at departures? Or could you drop me at arrivals? Very simple, but extremely useful.
You'll hear these words, departures and arrivals, in every airport in the world. Knowing them makes travel much easier.
All these phrases help you keep your English polite, clear, and comfortable. Exactly what you need when you're traveling.
All right, let's look at a few common mistakes learners often make in travel situations. These are small errors, but fixing them makes your English sound much more natural.
Yes, and the first one is very common. People often forget the word to. They say things like, take me airport, or I go airport now.
Exactly. But in English, you always need to before a destination. So the correct version is, take me to the airport, or I'm going to the airport.
Much better and completely natural.
Another mistake is using very direct commands, such as go fast, drive quickly. It's not rude, but it sounds unusual in everyday English.
Yes, we usually soften these requests. Instead of saying, go fast, you can say, could you take the fastest route? It's polite, friendly, and still very clear.
Another mistake is giving too much information, especially when you're stressed. Learners sometimes explain everything. I woke up late, then I lost my keys, and my bag was heavy.
But the driver doesn't need the whole story. A short sentence like, I'm a little late today, is enough, and much more natural.
Exactly. And one more common mistake is the word order in questions. Some learners say, how long it will take? But the correct order is, how long will it take?
Small details like this help your English sound smooth, confident, and easy to understand.
Now, let's talk about politeness, because English speakers use polite forms all the time, especially with people they don't know, like taxi drivers.
Yes, and the good news is that polite English is actually very easy. You don't need complicated grammar, just a few simple structures.
The first one is our favorite, could you? It works in almost every situation, and it always sounds soft and friendly.
For example, could you take me to the airport? Could you help me with my luggage? Could you take the fastest route?
And if you want to make the sentence even softer, just add please at the end. It changes the whole tone.
Yes. Notice the difference. Help me with my bags. Sounds like an order. But could you help me with my bags, please? Sounds polite, calm, and warm.
Another useful structure is, would it be possible? This is even more polite and very common in formal situations.
For example, would it be possible to drop me at departures? Or would it be possible to avoid the highway?
And here's a simple trick. English speakers often add small softening words like a bit, maybe, probably, around, to make sentences sound gentle and natural.
Exactly. Instead of saying, I am late, you can say, I'm a bit late today. It feels friendlier and less stressful.
So remember, soft questions, small words, and a calm tone. That's the secret to polite English. Before we finish, let's look at something very important. English changes depending on the person, the city, and even the situation. So here are a few real-life versions of what you might hear in a taxi.
Yes, because not every driver speaks in the same style. Some people speak casually, some more formally, and some very quickly.
Let's explore a few examples so nothing surprises you. A casual driver might say something like, "Hey, where are you heading?" Or, "Which terminal you need?"
It's short, relaxed, and completely normal. You don't need to answer in the same style if you don't want to. Your clear English is always okay.
Some drivers prefer more formal language, especially in big cities. For example, "Good morning. Which terminal will you be departing from today?"
Yes, it sounds more polished, but it's still just a simple question. Don't let the formality scare you.
Now, this one is common in big, busy cities. "Morning. Where to? Terminal? Okay, got it."
And if it feels too fast, there's a simple solution. Could you repeat that, please? People say this all the time, even native speakers.
Some drivers like to add extra information. "Terminal 2? Busy morning, but don't worry, we'll get you there."
Yes. Drivers often try to make conversation, especially with travelers. It's friendly and completely normal.
And sometimes, the driver doesn't talk much at all. Just a quick "terminal?" and then silence.
And that's totally fine too. Not every conversation needs to be long. So remember, English has many styles, but the phrases you learn today work in all of them.
Yes, if your English is clear and polite, you will always be understood.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode. We hope this conversation helped you feel more confident using English in real travel situations.
Yes, and remember, you don't need complicated words to communicate well. Simple, polite English is often the best English.
Try repeating today's phrases later today, or imagine yourself in a real taxi. A little practice makes a big difference.
And don't worry if you forget something. Every time you listen, your brain learns a bit more.
In our next episode, we're staying at the airport. But this time, we're helping you with something many learners find stressful, the check-in desk.
Yes, lots of useful questions and answers there. It's a fun one.
Thank you for joining us today. Take care, practice a little English, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you soon.